I've been a high ticket closer for the last 2 years now, and I'm gonna go and look through all of the Reddit posts here and tell you what's real and what's fake, and if there's any truth in any of this stuff, or if it's all just bullshit and it's a scammer, and I'm a scammer. I'm gonna sell you a course that gives you nothing. So let's have a look. First one here. What even is high ticket sales, and why is every broccoli head on the internet yapping about it? It's valid. There's a lot of noise out there in this space because there's less barrier to entry than any other space. Like, for example, e-commerce, you actually have to have a lot of money to make it successful. To become a high ticket closer, you don't need any capital. You can just become one like today, right here and now, right? You can just decide. And because of that, you can decide to sell a course on it and to become a mentor for it without any barrier to entry. It's not like you have to go to university or study to become a doctor and have a certification to actually do it. Sales is like, this is kind of like the Wild West right now. That's just how it is. So, deleted user. Those are people trying to get you to buy their coaching class so you can make your own coaching class, teaching others how to make their own coaching class, where they can teach others how to make their own coaching class. It's like when you hold a mirror in front of another mirror. Honestly, there's some truth in this, because high ticket coaching programs, they are teaching people how to do a certain skill or do something, right? And to learn how to make those programs, you will need to hire a coach to coach you on how to be a coach. And those coaches will have coaches to teach them how to be a coach, to coach coaches better. Stay with me, okay? Now, this isn't the case for all of the programs. For example, you could be selling on a real estate mentorship offer where a real estate expert is teaching you how to invest your capital and, what properties to buy, what markets to look at, what indicators to look out for. There's also things like tax efficiency offers where people will help you structure the most efficient taxes. There's like not just dating, but there's like masculinity coaches, which is kind of bullshit in my opinion, but anyway. There's business coaching, which is very popular, teaching people how to do business, e-commerce, Shopify. Like, there's so many different offers. It's not just limited to coaches coaching coaches, but that is actually an offer that is legit. But it's kind of funny, but yeah, it's true. We had a middle class, now we have a coaching class. The way pyramids reinvent themselves never ceases to amaze me. I can see why people think that there's a lot of it's a lot of pyramid schemes in this space, because there genuinely are. You need to be very careful if you, especially in high ticket sales, right? You will see people saying, yeah, join my program, pay me $5,000. I will teach you how to be a closer, and then you will sell my program for me and you'll take a commission. That is literally a pyramid scheme, because you're not actually, you're getting indoctrinated, you're learning the offer, then selling the same thing you just bought. That is kind of a pyramid scheme, right? It's kind of like multi-level marketing-ish, because it's not like there's the trickle-down effect as like a normal pyramid scheme. But if you work as a closer, you're just a salesperson that just does sales online over Zoom. Like, there's nothing pyramid schemey about that. I could go on an offer and I could be selling fucking AI software, right? That is actually helping business. Like, it depends what offer you get, right? And what industry you end up in, which you choose to be in. Do I have to take HDHB board and wear skin tight shorts above the knees in order to succeed in high ticket sales? Sounds like a dig at Andy Elliott. No, I don't wear tight shorts. You don't have to do that to be successful. That's for teaching alpha mavels. It's so they can sell you a high ticket course, which means you have high ticket course, high ticket course. Yeah, it's like the same of like the Russian nesting doll thing. It's like, oh, well, you're just gonna, you're selling a course to sell courses and how to sell courses, which is just a very naive and what's the word? Ignorant. That's the word. It's a very ignorant view on the whole industry, because the reality is, let's have a look. How big is the online coaching education? I actually was looking this up the other day, yeah. $200 billion industry, and people say it's just it's not a real thing, and it's like a fugazi. It's, to be fair, I used to be on that side of the fence as well before I even started making money online. I thought everything was a fucking scam. The only way I got in was because I knew someone from real life that I'd met that was doing shit online, And that gave me the faith of, oh yeah, you know, it's just regular people doing these things. They're just real people as well. It's actually pretty funny. This shit works as a hustle because even basic Reddit searches will show that high ticket sales is not a career, industry skill set, etc. I've been an AE for a decade. Don't know what that is. And have only heard this term 100% of the time associated with scam courses, fake jobs, and influencers. To be fair, like, it is associated a lot with influencers. This is a very new money playing ground, I feel. High ticket closes only been around like maybe a decade, like if that, maybe like the last like 5 to 10 years. Like, is that when the industry's? I don't really know. I know I've been doing it the last 2 years, and the space is exploding. The space is booming, but it's also booming with a lot of fucking rascals that are selling scam courses that they just use AI to create. There are tons of fake jobs, which are pyramid schemes, and the whole industry as a whole is super unregulated, so it is high risk. If you don't know what you're doing or don't have someone to guide you through it, it's dangerous. I remember early on when I was trying to get into it, I actually ended up on a call that I thought was an interview. Turned out it was a sales call, and they were trying to sell me into this sales mentorship so then I could sell that sales mentorship. It smelt fishy, so I was like, nah, I'm good. Funny thing is, I'm actually met the guy a few years later who was selling on that offer, and he was like, yeah, it was a whole pyramid scheme and they got me. It's like, fuck, sorry, man. Anyway, that's a story for another day. They don't want you to know this is the best sales pitch for the poor, desperate, isolated. Agreed. Yeah, like there's some marketing tricks in there. Like, that's fair enough. They don't want you to know this. I'm kind of against that kind of stuff. You know, it's like this is the one secret they've been lying to you about. Like, yes, there is stuff that people don't talk about that if you knew, you would be successful as well. You know, but I digress. You know, marketing is a different thing. It's something snake oil salespeople say because they have no clue. It's a phrase that immediately destroys their credibility, at least with anyone who has any clue what they're talking about anyway. Thank you, random Reddit guy 69420 for your input. Honestly, in the high ticket sales space, no one like really calls it like high ticket closing. Like, I wouldn't go up and introduce myself to somebody as a high ticket closer. I would say I'm in sales. I just work remotely in sales. You know, I'm a closer. I close deals. So, yeah. It's a new energy. It's the new fake get rich quick scheme, tactics training to. Wow, there's so much negativity on this Reddit. Holy shit. I've rarely encountered anyone who sells a product with a higher cost than me, except maybe commercial real estate brokers. Small studios. Yeah, so this is another thing as well, right? High ticket sales is just selling something with a high ticket. High ticket things could be commercial real estate, right? It could be mega yachts. It could be jets. It could be airplane jets, you know, cruise liners. Those are high ticket items. Those are super high ticket. What we refer to here in high ticket sales is more of the info space, and it's more on the like online coaching, mentorship, service-based business side of things, right? So high ticket mainly just means anything from like probably $3,000 to $50,000, right? And I guess why people feel like it's a lot of a scam is because like it's a service-based business. There's no like, hey, if you buy a yacht, it's 50 million, you get the yacht. Right? If you buy someone's guidance and mentorship on how to do a certain thing, there's no tangible thing there until you put in the work and you get the result. Then that's when you have the different life, you know, or you grow the real estate portfolio, or whatever it is the offer is. New integration MLM. Truth is, it's not about selling a course and teach you. It's about selling a get rich quick process. High ticket sales is not a get rich quick process. Honestly, I've been doing it 2 years. It took me 4 months to break into it. I didn't make any money at all. It's a whole skill set. If you don't know how to do sales, you're not going to make any money. It's the same as like, hey, like you start an ads business, trying to teach businesses or help businesses with ads. You're not going to make them any fucking money because you suck at ads. It's the same with being a salesperson. If you suck at sales, you're not going to make your company any money, and you're not going to last. So you can get rich quick with high ticket sales If you already have a skill set and you find a good offer and you just, like are good at what you do, but you need the skill set first. So no, actually you can't get rich quick with this. You just can't. Unless you're just a freak of nature that's just like a natural born salesman like Jordan Belfort maybe. Fuck knows. I mean, even Jordan Belfort is in high ticket sales right now, I'm pretty sure. Like he's running like a high ticket sales like coaching container, because that's how big it is. Like, dude, he's fucking like, he's a mainstream, he's a legit guy now, He did his time. I mean, he's a little bit dodgy, but is what it is. Okay, so I was actually a sales rep at one of these high ticket sales companies, and they assigned me to a wellness person who was selling. Hiring an online trainer isn't unheard of. Bro, the online fitness coaching industry is huge. It's insanely huge. So someone give it a year. I was about to blame the leads, but the leads were absolute garbage. See, you find this a lot in the, like, if you are a closer, most of the offers that you'll be on are probably shit, right? Where the marketing's shit, the leads are shit, and you're not going to be closing to people that you can even close. People that don't have money, people that aren't interested, people that just had like bad marketing is bad environment for good closers, because you're just never going to be able to sell and exceed. Now, you can kind of overcome that to some degree, but if you're good at sales, get on a better offer. A lot of these offers, like I'd say 8 out of 10 offers, don't know how to market and generate leads and book calendars, and they hire closers because they just don't want to do sales calls anymore because people think sales is hard. It's not. If you're good, it's actually really easy. You just got to learn. So yeah, this person, it sounds like this person was actually in high ticket sales. His name's Charles Dickens, 2007 though. So he sounds like he's born 2007? That's fucking, damn, he's like 3 years old, man. No, how old is he? He's 19, fuck. Yeah, maybe he is, maybe he is. I know a lot of closers that are like 19, 20, 21 that are in the space. This kid at least had the balls to find out for himself, instead of retreating to Reddit and being like, I'm sure it's a scam, whilst the people that are saying these messages, saying it's a pyramid scheme, this person's probably working a normal 9-to-5 job for a boss that he hates, making a wage that isn't livable, and he's going to do that for the next 20, 30, 40 years before ever considering making a change or doing something to take control of their income, right? Think about it. Who's the type of person that browses Reddit? Is it a successful 7, 8, 9-figure entrepreneur? Do they have the time of day to be going onto Reddit boards and leaving comments like this? No. You have the chronically online. That's why, looking for reviews is always good, but be careful where the source of the information is. Because if you're getting it from, like, for example, ask pilots if flying is the best thing ever. Hell yeah. Ask people that have fucking fallen from a building and broken all their legs if, that was a bad example. Cut that. Be careful where you source the information. That's the point. Let's see. Sell solar. One of the more common things here. So why Brock is preaching about sales. It's lucrative for people like me. I'm 21 years old, high school dropout. Made 60K in the last 6 months. Hopefully put 150K. Yeah, he sells solar. Cool. That's a scam. Keeping it real. It's a recession indicator. What does that even mean? Just charlatans selling bullshit to other charlatans. There's no such thing in the corporate sales world. Someone who's a high ticket closer, I'm happy to weigh in. Essentially, he's a remote salesperson. There's going to be a spam from like average quick scheme that a 19-year-old e-com guru spins up. Yeah. Honestly, this is pretty based. Like in practical sales, like this is someone who's actually been in the industry. Or someone who was a high ticket closer, happy to weigh in. Essentially, it's a remote salesperson that closes interested leads. Yep. Yeah, like this is accurate. This is accurate. It's literally just a remote sales role. That's it. It's just what you're selling is less traditional, less mainstream, less corporate, and it's more on the online internet money space. And in the internet money space, there is a lot of fucking scams. There are. But if you've got a good bullshit detector, you should be able to see who's right and who's wrong. Or if not, then fucking don't invest in anyone, you know, if you can't tell. Let's see, are all these high ticket closer courses a scam? I've never taken one of those. Had an initial sales training on my first gig, blah, blah, blah. Tim at the Sadler Institute. Bumbling idiots. What? Having paid up with a 5,000 euros for a 12-month long course, I can say this. You get out what you put in. From what I learned, there was nothing really new or groundbreaking. All I needed was some extra guidance and accountability from a mentor. If I was to do something again, I'd network with people in my industry who are successful and ask them for help. See, the problem with that is people that are successful in the industry, they're not going to give you the time of day for free for no reason. Like my DMs are flooded with people asking me for advice and guidance and wanting to hop on calls so I can teach them about high ticket sales. I can't. I'm just like, it doesn't make sense. I'm growing a business and I'm closing 8 hours a day. I don't have the time to give that away for free to help someone else. It doesn't make sense. This person's actually invested in themselves and is right. You get out what you put in. I've done sales programs as well. I've probably invested in 4 different sales coaching programs. 2 of them were terrible, right? 2 of them were awful, waste of money. The other 2 really, really good. The one that I'm currently in right now, working with my mentor, you know, it's nothing new or groundbreaking. Exactly. There's no silver bullet, right? There's no magic pill that once you buy this program, you are going to magically learn something new. It's about what information that you need at what time in your journey and figuring out like what that is. That's why having a mentor can tell you, you need to do X, Y, and Z. This is what you do first. Here's how you then find a role. Here's how you fix this problem that you're facing, right? It's like, yeah, all the information is out there on the internet, 100%. But that's the slow way, and that's fine. I mean, to be honest, when I was starting, I did it pretty much for free, you know, in terms of learning high ticket sales. I was already in sales for 2 years before that. But like the fastest way is just paying someone to teach you. Like that is just, it's proven at this point, right? This is why schools exist. This is why universities exist. If you want to become a lawyer, you have ex-lawyers teaching you in university. You want to become an investment banker, there are programs at university that teach you this stuff. A course is exactly the same here, or like a program of mentorship. It's the same thing. Like that's what it is. Anyway, at risk of this video going on for too long, I only really got through 2 of these, but like Reddit is such a fucking jaded place. All these people, like, oh my, holy wall of text. What the fuck? I'm constantly like, holy crap. Yeah, like, sorry, that knocked me off my fucking pivot. Look at this. Bro, these people are chronically online. You got to be careful where you get your information from. Like, I wouldn't take advice from a guy called BigBrain007 whose page has mature content. Like, come on, guys. Like, be a grown up. Make your own decisions. How do you tell it doesn't exist? So what's the selling Instagram courses is a flat out scam. Don't do it, dog. What the hell? Like, I can guarantee you this person's never invested $1 into themselves to increase their skill set and knowledge and to like have a better life. Like, and that's okay. Not everyone has to live this kind of life. But if you are interested, I implore you to find someone that you'd like and trust and take the risk. Worst case scenario, you lose a few $1,000s, which in the grand scheme of your life is going to be nothing. Best case scenario, it changes the trajectory of your life and gets you into a place where you're fully abundant, you're financially set, you're locationally free, you're in control and in charge of your time. You don't have to work a dead 9 to 5. That's best case scenario, right? Worst case scenario, you lose a few $1,000s. Middle case scenario, you know, more probable is, you know, you get out what you put in. Your first time around doing a program, you probably pick a bad one, or you don't show up exactly as you need to get the most out of it, and you end up not really benefiting the most you could have, but you learn something and you develop personally to get you to a better place in your life. So Anyway, I'm done with looking at these Reddit boards because all these naysayers and haters are just ridiculous. Like, I've literally made like $17,000 last month with high ticket sales and high ticket coaching, right? It's funny. It's funny. Ask a guy drinking water if he thinks water's a scam. He'll tell you no, you know? Tell a guy that's dying in the fucking desert from fucking thirst, he'll say water don't exist. Anyway, I'm done looking at these high ticket Reddit boards. It just is depressing. Like, I've literally been a closer the last 2 years. So, yeah, some people just can't be helped. And some people just think things are a scam when they're not. And I mean, it's up to you. Like, you can take the risk, roll the dice and find out, or just keep living how you're living.